Welcome, everybody, to our,
Please be seated.
yeah. Is there any agenda additions or deletions? Hearing none, let's move on. I would ask for a motion with regard to the regular meeting of October 28th. Is
Mr.
there any
Chairman.
corrections or deletions? Yes.
Before we do that,
Yeah.
maybe you've done it at the beginning of the other meeting, I was not here. Being Veterans Day, Monday and so on, we probably should observe a moment of silence in honor of our veterans.
All right, and at this time, please, 1 moment of silence. Thank you.
I'd also like to introduce,
Is there a motion with regard to the regular meeting of October 28th? Any motion to accept those minutes? If there isn't any corrections or deletions?
Have them looked at them quickly, I will make that motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
All right. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
were all the corrections,
Subject
There
to
was-
correction.
There was a bunch you sent. I was trying to
Yes.
find those.
It was with those corrections.
okay.
Yeah,
The corrected version.
that's the motion that was made. I'd ask for a motion with regard to the emergency meeting November 4th.
So move.
Second?
Is there any corrections or deletions?
I see one that looks a little weird
Yeah, I had to,
after my name.
Wilberboard,
Yeah, I'm not Wilberboard.
I thought that was okay.
Yeah.
motion to formally accept instead of accepted,
Yep.
but we have those noted.
Anything else?
With those two good, I think we're good.
The rest of it looks alright.
All right. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Moving right down the highway. Cass, you have any
Yep, I do.
report?
And I just had my paper here to report, and I can't find it.
Bob probably did it.
What did I do with? Spoke with Byron Hathaway, Rutland Town, and on the mower tractor, I went back with the counter offer to him of $9,000 for the purchase of a buyout on behalf of Clarendon, buying out Rutland Town, and he agreed to it. So I don't know, I talked to Heidi a little bit, if we do accept that, if we should request a invoice from the town of Rutland.
I would make a motion that we request from the town of Rutland a bill of sale to be signed by both road commissioners, stating that the town of Clarendon is accepting the roadside mower and tractor for the sum of $9,000 in as-is condition.
Is there a second for discussion?
I'll second.
What does that
Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Who seconded, sorry.
Bob did.
Thank you, Bob.
Also, just let the town residences know that public sand is available here, next to the town hall, for their 5-gallon pails or what have you to put in their vehicles to use for their private use. It's just right next to the hall right here, town hall on the middle road.
To that point, if I may, did you reestablish the signs over here?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry.
They're all set. I have, 2 culvert access permit applications, and I gotta get hold of the people that are involved, which is a resident in town and Middle Road, and the other one's GMP to access a power line and to do a site visit with them. And I'll let you know how that turns out.
I have a question on
next
that,
meeting.
because we did have an established right-of-way over there many years ago. I know that for a fact.
What do you mean established? From a right of way for the power company?
Off the bump road, right.
Yes. They want to install a culvert to make access into that.
We used to drive our trucks right in there.
Well,
Huh?
they're requesting a driveway.
I'll make a motion that we authorize the road commissioner to exercise and grant the access permits as long as he deems everything's in order with the culverts.
Is there a second? Second. Is there any discussion?
The first one, where's that gonna be, Cash?
Actually, it's Chris Bendix
Yeah,
up here on Middle Road by the Squires Farm.
yeah,
And then the second one's on Bump Road,
okay.
where the power line
The 44 KV.
crosses over the bump road.
Tell them we're gonna charge everything to Green Mountain Tower, they can afford it.
Well, I think we ought to get an emerald ash borer charge. You've seen your last bill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Look, the town bill's right in front of you. They have
And
it.
then next week, Heidi, myself, and Katie are meeting with Stephanie at the Rutland Planning Commission to go over a stormwater management plan, which is a whole packet here that I have with maps. It involves the drainage slope, the crown, the berms, road type, and when they are required to be improved, of which ones they are. For the most part, most of the town is in pretty good shape. There is 0.6 miles of road that needs to be brought up. That's very high priority. And with that being said, that's for an example, that's Quarterline Road. It's the long hill, but that has a lot of slope. So we're gonna get caught up on that, and then we're gonna actually start working on seeing about getting grants for that particular project. This 0.6 miles of road need to be brought up to standards between 2021 and 2022. Any questions at all from the attendants?
What, in
Um,
detail,
I-
what,
Mr. Chairman, not to cut
Yeah.
everybody off, but I would call for a vote on the previous motion that has been made and seconded.
Sorry about that.
yeah. All right, all those in favor of the motion, please say aye. This is the pending thing.
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
You have a question about something?
Yeah, which road are you going to zero in on one particular thing, or what roads?
Our main topic is gonna be Quarterline Road, the
The
big
hill.
hill.
The hill.
Get that corrected much as possible and start getting grants to do it. We already have been allocated, I believe it was 15,000 matching grant from Barbara Pullen. Announced it. I announced that last meeting, and we are thinking about taking that. If we can get enough grant money to take care of Quarterline Road, this other grant that we have, the 15,000 that's matching, is work on the backside of Tier Road. Cause that's that's quite a big a project.
Yeah, the stormwater management plan, this whole thing has to do with MRGP.
That's all I have.
All right. Anybody else have any questions for the commissioner? All right, our approval of our warrants, Everybody signed that?
I have it here.
Oh. And any public comments? Any public?
Public
Bill,
anyway.
look under that chair, anybody?
Just Bill.
Okay. Old business, zoning administrator request for changes to permit fees. I thought we wanted to send that over to the planning commission to have them do a perusal. Didn't we wanna do that?
Well, we got two different ideas, cause I thought we had talked about, we were gonna talk about it in one of our budget workshops before we approved
Yep.
it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
but
I,
I thought we were gonna, didn't we discuss having,
I'm assuming it came from, I'm assuming he's worked with the planning commission on it.
well,
I didn't get that interpreted.
You did not?
No.
Okay, so if that's the case, I'll make the motion that we send it to Chairman Spencer of the, planning commission to find out what their proposal or opinion is.
I'll second that motion if that was a motion.
yes, it was. Alright, motion been made, seconded. Any further comments on that? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? And that's just for changes to permit fees.
Yep.
New business, quote for new window of town hall. I had that here someplace. Right here. Somewhere I had it. The quote was 1875 from Hometown Construction. I guess Gloria initiated that.
Yep. Gloria and I have had lengthy discussions about 4 windows in total, and the windows in this level are something that we struggle with a lot. For instance, Gloria has one window where if she opens it, she can't close it. The weights don't release, the springs don't release. So then she has to stand there and hold it until it finally does release. But now it literally, and it takes 5-10 minutes sometimes, but now it's gotten to the point, I mean, we've dealt with that, fine, whatever, we have to do what we do, but now it won't release at all. So Art had to come in and had to like force it down. So we can't even open the windows. The window behind me is not quoted on there, I don't believe. I think that's just for the 3 windows on Gloria's side. But you can see the windows actually don't even fit the space, so they also bow out. They're totally bowed. And so like my window, I can only open about this much. And then I have to put my full weight to try to pull it back down.
We having any trouble with these?
That window's pretty brand new, I believe. I believe actually Gloria
That window
said
was
that,
put in since I've been here.
yeah, that
Yeah.
Heidi Eccleston was the one who installed that window
yeah, the
And-
others,
because of how well it turned out and works.
So this will go
That's
under
why she
building maintenance
Yep.
money? How much do we have in there?
You have the report right in front of you.
Town hall fund, right?
Town hall maintenance. So
I thought it was
right
town
now-
garage maintenance.
It's not a highway garage.
Yeah.
He's in here enough,
The
Rob. Is
commissioners
that what you
Yeah,
said?
I thought this was his office.
Gloria,
One of them.
We currently have $4,200 available in town hall maintenance.
So I would make the motion that if we are serious about this, that we request at least 2 other bids before we approve the project.
Second.
Okay. Motion by Rob, second by Rick. Is there any further comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
aye,
Right.
Anyone opposed? Now, we have some contractor information somewhere over here. where we can send out, rather than put it in the newspaper, that costs extra money. Let's see if we can't dig up a couple of those, references that we have for doing work, and we'll make the attempt. At least 2 contractors.
If you're feeling ambitious, get 3 more.
Yeah. Zoning administrator fee request for training.
Do you remember how much he's asking for?
I don't, it's on the
Is it
sheet.
like 2?
Yeah, it wasn't, no, it was 149, wasn't it? We're sharing the cost from other towns.
3 towns, I thought.
Yeah. Yeah, it was so much per town, but I can't remember what that figure was.
Is that 352?
So it looks like $70 and
Average cost to each town, $70.46.
so I'll make the motion that we approve the zoning administrator training up to $75 in case it's a little more than what he's budgeting.
I'll second that.
Are there any other comments? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, approved. Do you have any reports for us tonight?
Just wanted to remind everybody that we are in budget season, so budget requests have gone out. We have received several requests from local agencies. And our next budget meeting will be before our next regularly scheduled select board meeting,
Yes.
which will be at 5 p.m. on Monday, November 25th, with the next select board meeting immediately following at 6.
All right, and, can you send out another notice to different departments and say that we'd like, otherwise we're gonna level fund it?
Well, that or have reputation of,
Yeah.
I'd like to know, and I get some questions on some of the organizations and that we're funding.
Like
In
what?
town, you mean?
Yes, in town.
That are not separate ballot items? Because the only ones that we can really push back on are in our budget.
Yes.
That's the one, the budgets.
Some of the ones that are
Yes,
within ours?
yes,
Okay,
yes.
yep. So you're talking like you'd like to see somebody from recreation, you'd like to see somebody from.
Recreation, library,
Yep,
like that.
Planning
town,
commission.
Town-
Fire
Town
department.
operations.
yep, okay. That makes sense. I
mean,
think that's fair.
It's taxpayers,
Taxpayer money.
and I'd like to see what the return is on some of them organizations.
It's fair.
Let's see what we can do with that, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you know where this is gonna go. And I'm thinking there's something else. All right, is there, any concerns, Bob?
No, other than I do want to apologize to the board for being late tonight. I knew it was going to happen. And I apologize. And the other thing, Katie, I realize you just came on board this morning, but you don't have to look quite as serious over there all the time.
And, go ahead, anything?
The snowstorm we just had was quite challenging with the ice and the sleet and stuff. It was hard to get all the ice and snow off the roads, but we're pretty well cleaned up now. And another thing, I want to welcome Katie as our new administrative assistant.
So I was just gonna go there, but
You go for it again?
good job. For the camera, Bill, if you can, Smile pretty over there and all this kind of stuff.
Wave.
And, Katie Rock, this is our new assistant. Thank you very much. Very good. All right. Rob, do you have anything?
I don't have anything. I think we've covered it. And welcome to Katie.
I'm good. Welcome, Katie.
Thank you.
I'd entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second?
All those
Aye.
in favor, please say aye. Anyone
Aye.
opposed?
Question.